Hey, how's it going guys, and welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video, and today we will be going over Nano Dimension, ticker symbol NNDM. Now, Nano Dimension has just had a short report come out about them, which has been attacking the company and their recent acquisition that we discussed in my last NNDM video. We'll be going over all of the details on this short report a little later in the video. And Nano Dimension also has a shareholder meeting coming up very soon. So if you are a shareholder in Nano Dimension, these are two things that you are definitely going to want to be aware about and hear more about a little later in the video. But if you enjoy this content, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out new videos, and I have my new Discord server linked down below, which is a community where we talk about stocks, trading, and investing. So if you're interested in any of that, join the community using the link down below. I also have my Webull linked down below, where if you sign up, put in $100, you can receive 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600, guys, and I get some free stocks from that as well. So that is a great way for you to support the channel as well as get some free money for yourselves. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and use my link down below. But with that being said, let's get right into this video. Okay guys, we are here on the daily chart on NNDM on TradingView, and I wanted to take a look at recent price action to give you guys a better idea on where NNDM is trading at and where I believe NNDM will head in the future. So taking a look at this, we see the 50 EMA is continually trending down, and we will use this as a resistance like you saw here in the past price action. Right here we used it as a resistance. We also have a resistance line here at 11.59, and we will continue to use this as a resistance as it comes down. But what we want to see is for us to get a cross above the 50 EMA line. Then we can use this as a support line, guys. That is very key, that we are using this as a support line, and this begins to trend upward as price begins to move up as well. So that is what we are hoping for in NNDM in the longer term future. We also see NNDM bouncing out of this area, the support right here at 650. We also have the 200 EMA in this area as well. And we came up to test this resistance here at 793. However, we got a pretty strong rejection ending the day yesterday at 725. But today in the pre-market, we are looking to be 10 cents above that at 735. So that is pretty good. We are opening above where we closed yesterday, and hopefully we can get another test of this resistance at 793. We can also see on our RSI that this is where we bounced out of oversold territory. So once we came down to our support line here at 652, we then bounced out of that, showing here on our RSI indicator, and now we are coming out of oversold territory to hopefully come up to be in this median range a little bit. So that is something that we will have to continually keep our eye on as well, how close we get to oversold and how close we get into that median area. But with that, guys, let's get right into this short report that we have on NNDM. So coming over here, we can see on Carisdale Capital's Twitter, they are the company that are doing this short report on NNDM. They say, we're short NNDM. The deal NNDM announced today to acquire DeepCube, which we talked about in my last NNDM video yesterday, is one of the silliest moves in recent memory, paying $70 million to acquire a random startup in an unrelated field founded by 2 of NNDM's board members. So let's verify that this is actually true, what they are saying. So if we come over here to DeepCube's leadership team, this is where we can find their founders. We see both Eli David as a founder and Yaron Ethan as a founder as well. Now coming back over here, we can get NNDM's board of directors. So right here, we can obviously see that Yaron Ethan is a part of this leadership team on NNDM as well as DeepCube. And if we scroll down a little bit, we can see Eli David is also a director of Nano Dimension. So this is obviously not good news as a shareholder, seeing that NNDM has acquired a company that both board of directors, Eli David and Yaron Ethan, have ownership interest in. So this is not good news for a shareholder of NNDM, and it's not something that we like to see. However, coming back over to Carisdale Capital's short report, we can continue this. They continue to say, NNDM's core concept is itself a joke. It's supposed to allow 3D printing of circuit boards, but its tech can't handle high temperatures or produce boards with high conductivity. Early adopters have been very disappointed with the results. But NNDM capitalized on market craziness to raise a ludicrous amount of cash, $1.5 billion, with no obvious use. Now, I personally disagree with this because they have come out and said that they are planning on doing two different types of acquisitions. One, for the first type, is that they will be getting a distribution company, so they will be able to distribute their technology and their products a little bit better. And two, which is the technology side, the more high tech companies, which like we saw with the DeepCube is that kind of technology company, and is why I thought that they acquired the company. But here at Carousel Capital, they're saying that they did it because they have ownership interest in the company as well on their board of directors. But this continues. Now it's writing a big check to acquire a company that has nothing to do with 3D printing, founded by two of its board members. Looking at the gibberish here, DeepCube's AI MLDL brain is expected to manage a neural network of edge devices, self-learning and self-improving their efficacy, and self-managing and maximizing yield throughout the total network. Stripping away the buzzwords, what's really happening is that NNDM is using shareholder money to buy out an obscure, unrelated startup founded by two of its board members. It's hard to see how this isn't pure self-dealing. So I do agree with Carousel Capital on that point. As a shareholder in NNDM myself, this is something that you do not want to see, as two of its board members are the founders of the company that NNDM just acquired. This is not good news, and it does seem like self-dealing, but again, we need to give NNDM time to, respond to this and explain what they were doing here. So I don't want to give my full opinion on this as of yet. I want to wait to see what NNDM has to say, but, for right now, it does seem like self-dealing, like Carousel Capital has said. They also have another thread about NNDM coming over here, and they say, NNDM, a few tidbits from our research. One person with direct experience using the company's machines told us that output quality was so bad that sometimes if you just picked up a printed board, it would stop working. A former NNDM employee told us that the company's silver-based conductive ink usually only lasted for a short time before it oxidized and became useless, leading to a need for multiple copies of a single prototype, very inefficient. NNDM boards also can't stand up to the high temperatures used in standard reflow ovens to solder on electronic components, forcing these components to be painstakingly soldered by hand, another massive inefficiency. It's bad technology. So the one problem that I do have with this is that we do not know when this employee was working at Nano Dimension. This could have been very early on in the process of developing this technology, so it could have advanced very far from this point that they were discussing. However, if this is still currently true, that is very troublesome for NNDM. And again, I would love to see NNDM's response to this short report and see what they have to say in rebuttal to this. In addition to this, Nano Dimension also has a shareholder meeting coming up. So if we come over here, we can see that Nano Dimension's notice of annual and extraordinary general meeting of shareholders, and this is kind of the notice that they filed with the SEC to, let them know that this is going on and what they will be talking about. So we can see here that the meeting is being called for the following purposes: discussion regarding the company's financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2021, to approve the appointment of Samak Chakin, sorry if I couldn't say that right, Certified Public Accountants Israel, a member of KPMG International, as the company's independent registered public accounting firm for the year ending December 31st, 2021, and until the next annual general meeting, and to authorize the company's board of directors to determine their compensation. It'll be very interesting to see what they compensate their board of directors with. 3, to re-elect each of A. Amit Dror and B. Ronnie Kleinfeld for a 3-year term as Class I Director of the company until the company's annual general meeting of shareholders in 2024 and until their respective successors are duly elected and qualified. to authorize Mr. Joachim Stern, the CEO of the company, to also serve as the chairman of the board of directors of the company for a term of 3 years from the date of the meeting, and to approve a grant of options to the company's directors. So I do think Joachim Stern will be given that position as chairman of board of directors, and I believe that he, is very long-term bullish on this company. He talks a lot about how he believes that, he wants to build this company for the long term and is thinking more long term for this company, not really worrisome with the short-term share price of NNDM. So I believe that he is the right man for the job and should be chairman of the board of directors, and I do believe that he will be elected that position. But that is all the information that I had for you guys today on Nano Dimension, ticker symbol NNDM. If you enjoyed this video and you found some value in it, go ahead, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos, and I also have my Discord along with my Webull linked down below if you would be interested in either of those. But as always, guys, I hope you have an excellent day, get some gains in the market, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.